Around 75 million cars are built around the world every single year. That means roughly 150 cars roll off assembly lines somewhere on Earth every single minute of every single day. Each one starts as raw sheets of steel, aluminum, glass, and plastic, and within about 18 to 30 hours, it becomes a fully functioning machine capable of carrying you safely at 100 kilometers an hour. This is how cars are made. If you're curious about how things are made, subscribe to Genius Rodeo. Every week we go inside the processes that shape the world around us. Before a single piece of metal is cut, a car begins its life years earlier, as a sketch. Designers create hundreds of concept drawings which are gradually narrowed down and translated into full-size clay models. These clay models are sculpted entirely by hand by skilled craftspeople, refined repeatedly until the shape, proportions, and details are exactly right. The design is then tested in a wind tunnel where engineers study how air flows around the body, refining the shape to reduce drag, improve fuel efficiency, and increase stability at high speeds. Once the design is finalized, it is converted into a precise digital 3D model, the blueprint that every machine on the factory floor will follow with absolute precision. This entire process, from first sketch to final design, can take 2 to 4 years before mass production even begins. Car manufacturing begins in the stamping plant. Giant coils of sheet steel and aluminum, sometimes weighing several tons each, are fed into massive stamping presses. These presses can exert several thousand tons of force, pressing flat sheets of metal into precise three-dimensional shapes in a single, powerful stroke: doors, hoods, roofs, fenders, and floor panels. Each press uses a custom-made steel mold called a die, shaped to the exact specifications of that particular panel. A single car can require dozens of different stamped panels, each one cut and formed in seconds. The stamped panels are inspected for precision down to fractions of a millimeter. Even tiny inconsistencies at this stage can cause major fitting issues later in assembly. The stamped panels then move to the body shop, where the individual pieces of metal are joined together to form the car's structure. This stage is almost entirely automated. Rows of robotic arms, sometimes hundreds of them on a single production line, work with extraordinary speed and precision, welding panels together using a process called spot welding. A modern car can require anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 individual spot welds to hold its body structure together. Robots can complete this work far faster and far more consistently than human welders ever could. In addition to traditional welding, many modern factories also use laser welding and structural adhesives, strong industrial bonding agents that add extra strength while reducing weight. By the end of the body shop, the car has its complete metal skeleton, called the body in white, named for the bare, unpainted gray-white metal it's made from. At this stage, it already looks unmistakably like a car, but it has no paint, no engine, and no interior yet. Next, the body in white moves into the paint shop, one of the most tightly controlled environments in the entire factory. Before any color is applied, the body goes through a thorough cleaning process, removing oil, dust, and any contamination from the welding stage. It is then submerged completely in a process called electrocoating, or e-coating. The car body is dipped into a large tank of primer, and an electrical charge is applied, causing the primer to bond evenly to every surface of the metal, including hard-to-reach areas inside panels at frames. This step is critical for rust protection and can add years to the life of the vehicle. After e-coating, several more layers are applied. A primer surfacer for smoothness, a base coat for color, and finally a clear coat for shine and UV protection. Each layer is applied by robotic spray arms in tightly sealed booths, with filtered air and controlled humidity to prevent dust or imperfections from ruining the finish. The painted body is then baked in large ovens between each layer, hardening the paint and ensuring a durable, long-lasting finish. This entire paint process can take several hours and is one of the most expensive stages in the entire manufacturing chain. With the body painted and complete, the car enters final assembly, the longest and most complex stage of the entire process. Here, the empty painted shell is transformed into a fully functioning vehicle. The wiring harness is installed first, a complex network of cables that will eventually power every electrical system in the car, from the headlights to the infotainment screen. Insulation, sound-deadening material, and interior trim panels go in next, followed by the dashboard, seats, carpeting, and door panels. In one of the most dramatic moments on the line, the engine, transmission, and suspension, pre-assembled separately on their own production line, are lifted into position and mated to the underside of the car body in a single coordinated motion, often called the marriage station. Wheels are mounted, the exhaust system is fitted, glass windows and windshields are precisely glued into place, and the battery, fluids, and fuel are added. Throughout final assembly, both robots and skilled human workers work side by side. Robots handle the heavy, repetitive, and precise tasks, while human workers handle wiring, fine detail work, and quality checks that still require human judgment. Before any car leaves the factory, it must pass through rigorous testing. The car is placed on a rolling road where its wheels spin freely while sensors check the engine, transmission, brakes, and electronics under simulated driving conditions. A water test sprays the entire vehicle with high-pressure water from every angle, checking for leaks around windows, doors, and seals. Headlights are aligned with laser precision, wheel alignment is checked and adjusted, and computer diagnostics scan every electronic system in the car for any fault codes. Finally, a small number of vehicles from each production batch are selected for a full road test. An actual person drives the car to check for unusual noises, vibrations, or handling issues that automated systems might miss. Only once a car passes every single check is it cleared for shipment, loaded onto car carrier trucks or trains, and sent to dealerships around the world. From a flat sheet of steel to a fully tested, road-ready vehicle, the entire journey takes less than 2 days. Stamping, welding, painting, assembly, testing, 5 major stages, thousands of components, and an extraordinary level of precision, all coming together to build the machine that gets you to work, takes you on road trips, and carries your family safely down the road. If you found this fascinating, subscribe to Genius Rodeo. New videos every week on how things are made. We'll see you in the next one.